Happy New Year.
रोमांटिक है ना, मैं तो रोमांटिक को देख देख के बोलती हूँ इतना लव होता है। Who is it? हमारी कृति सारी लोग हमारी इंडिया में भी बहुत है। लगती नहीं ना, लेकिन छोटी है, लगती कितनी लंबी है।
মা এটা আমি টানে দিলাম হ্যাঁ
আমি যাচ্ছি লিখে চলে যাচ্ছি তুই আমার ওদের পড়া হয়ে গেলে আমাকে বল
এটা টানে তো কল আলো
না না কাগজের না
আরে বাবা একটু কথা কম বলো তো বেশি কথা দেখ তো সব দেখা যাচ্ছে কিনা ভিডিও বাফারিং বলতে পারতেন না তুই আমাকে লিখছিস ভালো করে দেখ ঠিক থাকারই কথা নেট কানেকশন তো ঠিক আছে আচ্ছা first of all we will learn about I'll write down the name of the scientist you will pronounce it okay don't say from previous only आगे से कुछ बोलबी ना those who know
Los Chateliers.
Blair Chateliers principal কোন দেশের লোক বলে মনে হয়
फ्रांस फ्रांस
स्पेन
ल तो फ्रेंच ही हाँ
French chemist proposed Le Chatelier's principle. French chemist Le Chatelier proposed the Le Chatelier's principle in 1984.
सेकंड
1984 quite a long ago.
सेकंड 1884
Huh?
सेकंड 1884 की আছে
Oh, sorry, 1884, not 1994. I was thinking 1884. Anyway, now you see, what is principal states? First, let me tell that. Okay, that what is principal states? In a system in equilibrium, if a system in equilibrium is subjected to a change of concentration, temperature or pressure, the equilibrium shifts in a direction that tends to undo the effect of the change imposed. Lenz's law. Remember Lenz's law? It will be there in class 12 physics again. Anyway, if a system is in equilibrium and factors which affect the equilibrium like, and the factors which affect the equilibrium like pressure, temperature, volume, concentration of reactants and products, okay, if a system is in equilibrium and factors which affects the equilibrium like pressure, temperature, volume, concentration of reactants and products are changed, then in the equilibrium the reaction shifts to the direction which tends to undo the effect of the change. Okay, Le Chatelier's principle, if I put an analogy, you will like this analogy. Okay, if I put an analogy, Le Chatelier's principle is like modern, what to say, modern girls. How? Suppose a person or a girl X, forgot to write X, a girl X is in a relationship with A, or suppose B. Now this will be equilibrium, love will be given, love will be given back. Now these are maintained by certain other environmental factors, right? It will be maintained by, suppose the guy is losing his, maybe the guy is growing fat and losing his looks. Apply for the guy also again, a girl also, anyway. Or maybe someone A is coming back. Now the equilibrium will be disturbed. The equilibrium will be obviously disturbed. Now the reaction will shift to a direction where the girl will feel that I will undo the effect of bad looking, maybe I will then shift to the another direction. I'll undo other effects so that I remain in equilibrium, whosoever it is, but I will undo the effect which is disturbing my mental peace. Same, if a reaction, suppose A is forming B and B is forming back A. Now a particular pressure, particular temperature, particular volume, particular concentration is there of A and B at equilibrium. Now what you did is you added more B. B will say that equilibrium है हमार A condition है थकार कथा. ठीक है से equilibrium में हमार equilibrium में मेरे को इतना ही concentration में रहना पड़ेगा. तुम बाहर से B दोगे मैं A बना दूंगा. Means equilibrium will be disturbed and the reaction will shift backwards. And if you add A more, the reaction will shift forwards. Just it is trying to undo the effect of you are adding on the thing. Equilibrium is obviously disturbed, but if equilibrium will be disturbed, I told you previously also that if equilibrium is disturbed because of changing these parameters, if equilibrium is disturbed by changing these parameters, you change these parameters, equilibrium will be disturbed. So the reaction will either be a forward reaction or will be a backward reaction. It depends in which direction it will shift, the direction which it can undo the effect. Now one by one let me tell you. Let the statement be here. Let me use this small paste. I hope it is visible. Suppose for example, concentration. First, you are changing the concentration. Okay. So when you are changing the concentration, number one is that suppose H2 plus I2 is giving 2H. So there will be a Kc of this reaction, yes or no? A particular Kc, suppose XYZ, whatever it is. Now, when this reaction will be there, what will happen is that you in the beaker, in the reaction beaker, when it has already reached equilibrium, there is a particular concentration of H2, there is a particular concentration of I2, and there is a particular concentration of HI. Yes? So what will happen is that if you suppose is adding I2, you are increasing one of the reactants, but then these I2 will increase in amount in equilibrium position, yes or no? At equilibrium, this I will increase in amount. Is the I supposed to be present in an increased amount, or the amount it has already made for itself in equilibrium state? Which one? Already it has made for itself in equilibrium state. So if you are adding I2, more numbers of I2 will now try to react with H2, and the reaction will shift towards the forward direction, because if it shifts towards the forward direction, if it shifts towards the forward direction, then what will happen? Then its concentration will decrease. So you have increased the concentration. Undoing the effect means what? Decreasing the concentration, and it can only decrease the concentration if it goes into the forward direction. Right or wrong? Clear? Understood? Second. Second is here only. If you increase HI, then what will happen? It will shift towards
backward direction.
You understood why? This is absolutely clear. There is no problem in understanding that. Let me take the example, concentration of reactants and products. So we understood this one. Let me make you understand temperature. Suppose, for example, N2 plus H2 is reacting to form NH3. This is the reaction, right? Okay. Now, suppose the forward reaction is exothermic and the backward reaction is endothermic. Suppose it is actually so. The forward reaction is exothermic. Mane, if only N2 and 3H2 directly gives 2 NH3, if it wouldn't be reversible, then it would be what? Exothermic. So the backward reaction will obviously be what? Endothermic. Now suppose the vessel in which the reaction is occurring, you have supplied heat. So you have supplied heat means you are trying to increase the temperature. You are trying to increase the temperature. Temperature is going to increase. So when temperature is going to increase, in the forward direction already it was evolving heat. Now you are increasing the temperature. To undo the increase of temperature, it should go in a direction where it can absorb that and means the increase in temperature can be controlled. So do you think it should go towards exothermic or endothermic? Exactly. It will become endothermic. That means the reaction will shift towards backward direction. And if you decrease the temperature, then forward direction. Clear? Is there any problem in understanding this? So now we will understand the effect of pressure. To understand the effect of pressure, pass me that. Let it be. Now, suppose for example pressure. Suppose N2O4 gives 2NO2, right or wrong? N2O4 breaks to give? Tor ki mone hoy? N2O4 is applying more pressure or 2NO2 is applying more pressure? Which one is applying more pressure? It is 2 moles, so it will apply more pressure. Number of moles is more. It's if you have kept in the same pressure, same volume, same temperature and everything, concentration इन दोनों का कंपैरिजन करने से इसका 2 मोल्स है तो PV इक्वल्स टू nRT के हिसाब से n इसका ज्यादा है तो ये ज्यादा प्रेशर मारेगा. तो इक्विलिब्रियम में जो कांस्टेंट प्रेशर मेंटेन हो रहा है उसमें कंट्रीब्यूशन इसका ज्यादा है और इसका कम है. यस, एग्रीड? दिस मच एग्रीड? इज देयर एनी डाउट? प्रतिशत करना তখন তো হাসতে হাসতে যাচ্ছে, হাসতে পারতেছে না কেন? কি হাসি পেয়েছে কেন? তো if P কি বললাম আমি? P is the total constant pressure that you are maintaining for this. Now suppose you increase the pressure. If you increase the pressure, then who is applying less pressure, this one or this one?
NO2. N2O4.
N2O4 is applying less pressure. So if you increase the pressure, opposite of increasing the pressure is?
Decrease.
So it will shift towards?
Backward.
Because N2O4 will apply
Pressure.
less pressure. So more amount of N2O4 will be formed so that can be balanced. কারণ ও নিজে নিজে একা তুই প্রেসার বাড়া দিছিস এমনি আর ওর নিজের প্রেসার কম, রাইট অর রং? তো বিকারের মধ্যে it will shift. But if you decrease the pressure, then the reaction will tend to do opposite, undo the effect, that is increase the pressure. Who is applying more pressure?
N2O4.
NO2.
You will confuse all the online people. You want online insult? I am again asking. You will answer correctly. Only you will answer now. If pressure is who is applying more pressure, N2O4 or NO2?
NO2.
Why?
So because it's already applying pressure and then we have given
Because it has more number of
2
moles.
moles. So yes, sir.
Because it has more number of moles, right? Acha. Now if I increase the pressure, then the reaction will tend to,
Backward direction.
because it will tend to decrease the pressure. And who is applying less pressure?
N2O4.
That's why it will go towards which
Backward
direction?
direction.
If I decrease the pressure, then which one must form more, N2O4 or NO2?
NO2 will form more because
So-
N2O4 will.
Because NO2 will. I'll give you one tight slap. Just answer what I'm asking. You're confusing the topic only. This is last time. You will only answer what I am asking. One word answers. Don't talk much.
Okay, sir.
At a constant pressure, I have kept this in both in equation.
NO2.
Why?
2 moles.
Because it is 2 moles and because it is.
1 mole.
Now, if I increase the pressure of the reaction vessel, then the reaction according to Le-Chatelier's principle will do just the opposite or try to undo. So, what is undoing the effect of increase in pressure? Opposite of it is
Decreasing.
decreasing. So, which of them is applying less pressure?
N2O4.
So, the reaction will shift towards
Backward direction.
and vice versa. If you decrease the pressure, which one should form more so that pressure can be increased?
NO2.
NO2. So the reaction will shift towards.
Forward direction.
Understood? So you understood the effect of pressure, right? So if you understood the effect of pressure, pressure is inversely proportional to.
Volume.
So the effect of volume will just be opposite of effect of pressure. Yeah? Any problem in understanding that? Okay. So if they ask you effect of volume, will you try to judge with volume or will you try to judge with pressure?
Pressure.
We will try to judge with pressure but write down the ulta answer. Clear? If I am increasing the pressure, then volume is?
Decreasing.
So if anybody asks, suppose I have increased the volume, in which direction the equilibrium will shift? So you have to think, oh, increase the volume means pressure decreased. Pressure decreased means pressure should increase. So it will be forward.
Forward.
So if there is, what was the question?
More volume.
Increase in volume, then the reaction will shift in the.
Forward direction.
If I give you questions now, you can do. Now online people who are watching, you tell me you understood. You understood? Huh? So remember, boys, put pressure on your girlfriend, girlfriend will shift in another direction. Don't put pressure. If you have to keep your girlfriend, maintain equilibrium. To maintain equilibrium, you have to maintain constant pressure. But then some other guy will come and increase pressure, then it will shift towards best friend. Yes. So from Le-Chatelier's principle, we learned chemistry also and we learned little bit life also. Right? Enjoy? Very good. So Le-Chatelier's principle is over, and with that the first portion of equilibrium is also over. Now we will do acid-base equilibria, but I will begin that in another stream of mine, in the next stream. I'm just coming online within another 10 minutes. I'm ending this, and those 5 people who are watching this, I expect them to come. I will share it in the group and it will be public also. Thank you.